Hi and welcome to today's face yoga practice in which we will be focusing around the eye area. It will be beneficial for anyone who would love an eye reset. It will be just as beneficial if your eyes feel tired or puffy. However, as we always do in face yoga, we don't zone in immediately on the area that we'll be working on, and today we will start by inviting space around the collarbone area to support lymphatic drainage. While tapping ever so gently from the center to the side, be aware of your posture. Sit tall. Make sure that you're sitting evenly on both of your sit bones. Feet are planted firmly on the ground. Your head is floating to the ceiling. Your chest is open and your shoulders are relaxed back and down. It is also important to unclench the jaw. Tap, 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 tap from the center to the side. In our past few practices, we learned how to release the temple area as well as the forehead, both of which help a lot when doing eye work. Another area which is very beneficial to work on when we want to zone in on the eyes later is the occiput, which is located at the back of the head, kind of where the neck and the skull meet. It's the protruding area, which we will massage lightly. We can do both sides together, but in this case, I actually like working first on one side and then on the other. So let's give it the time that it deserves. You may do it sitting upright like I am. If you have a desk in front of you, you might like to lean and work on the occiput using the knuckles or the tips of your finger, their meaty parts. Do whatever feels good for you. You may even swap from fingertips to the knuckles. Keep your shoulders down as always, your mouth slightly open to unclench the jaw, and just feel the release. Feel the tension melt away. If you're doing one side, I invite you to start working on the other now. But feel free when watching a replay to pause the video and stay on the area for as long as you like. We can never overdo it with release. We store so much tension in these muscles that releasing them daily, whenever we get the chance, is so beneficial. Come out, close your eyes, feel the warmth at the back of your head. Maybe you also feel light. Maybe you start understanding what I mean when I say lift your head to the ceiling. Notice any changes in your posture. Take a moment. Breathe. relax. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. And we will now bring our attention closer to the eyes. We will focus on simulating some acupressure points. Bring the meaty parts of your thumbs and place them in the inner corner of your eyebrows. Gently press inwards, but not upwards. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move your thumb to the center of your eyebrow and press in. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your awareness to the back of your neck as you move your fingers to the outer corner of the eyebrows. Relax the back of the neck. Relax your shoulders. And hold in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come out of the pose. And if you did create tension in the back of the neck, please go ahead and tap it lightly. To prevent this tension, on our next set, I invite you to rest your elbows on the desk in front of you, if you have one. Ready? Thumbs in the inner corner, press in, and maybe slightly outwards to prevent the formation of those 11 lines we worked on in our last practice. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Hold. Then move to the center. If you notice, this time I'm also holding the upper part of the eyebrow with my index finger. I'm doing so to try to prevent the formation of the horizontal lines on the forehead. You know, the ones we worked on a couple of sessions ago. And move to the side. Press, hold, release. Breathe and enjoy the warmth you've just created in the area of your upper lid. We have laid the groundwork. I don't know about you, but my brow bone still feels very warm. We will now move on to the eye-opening binocular pose, in which we will use our fingers as guides and frame our eyes with them. We place them on the orbital bone, that is, index fingers on top of the eyebrows, thumbs next to the nostrils, and we close any gaps that there are on the sides. We spread the index fingers outwards to prevent the formation of 11 lines. We relax our shoulders, we relax our neck, we open our eyes, see an imaginary object in the distance, and we want to make out what it is. So we squint, ever so slightly. Feel the activation of the muscle around the eye, especially on the lower lid. Hold. Relax your shoulders. Squint. Close your eyes. Remove the frame. And let's do some tapping. Ever so gently in the under eye area. Maybe using a bit more pressure on top of the eyebrows. Roll your shoulders backwards And let's go for a second set. We frame the eyes, close any gaps that there might be, spread the index fingers, relax the shoulders, open the eyes wide, and squint and hold. Close your eyes, gently come out, and tap. When you're ready, gently open your eyes and feel the activation all around. Enjoy the sensation. We will continue working on the muscle surrounding the eye, but we will change the position of the hands, the way that they support. Rather than holding them around like we did in the eye-opening binocular pose, we will now practice the eye flex with the finger positioned this way. Whether you hold them this way or this way depends on your comfort level. So bring the index and the middle fingers of both hands to the outer corner of the eye. Spread them slightly and move them back and up at a 45-degree angle. Relax your shoulders. Imagine there's an object in the distance. Open wide. And let's squint to try and see what that object is. Less force, less tension. Hold. Feel the activation of the muscle under the eye. Close your eyes. Remove the fingers. Feel, and when you're ready, gently open. On our second set, apart from the squint, we are going to introduce a pulse. We've already practiced this, and if you remember, I told you that it should be a micro movement. It can be felt, but it does not necessarily have to be seen to be effective. Remember that in face yoga, less is more, as I continue reiterating with every practice. So, shoulders back and down, sit tall, bring your fingers, index and middle finger, to the outer corner of the eye, pull slightly backwards and up at a 45-degree angle. If you feel your shoulders creeping up, reset them, relax them, relax the back of the neck, open wide, squint, and pulse. Controlled, slow. Feel the muscle working, especially around the under eyes. Close your eyes. Feel the activation. Remove the hands. When you're ready, gently open the eyes. The introduction of the pulse in our last exercise introduced the circulation back, and now we will gently help to drain it and let our eye area settle. So, using the ring finger, because it is the one that provides the gentlest touch, starting from the corner beneath the eye, tap lightly in a wave-like motion. Move from the inner corner to the outer corner in a feather-like motion. No dragging, just guiding the liquids towards the outer corner. Wave-like motion. Now, using the index and middle finger, bring them into a gentle sideways V, and with the middle finger beneath the eyebrow and the index finger above the eyebrow, do the same brush motion from the center to the sides. And then with 4 fingers, we continue on our forehead, eventually guiding everything down past the ears, along our sternocleidomastoid, down to the collarbone, where we do some tapping. And before we say goodbye today, I invite you to rub your fingers vigorously, your hands. Create warmth, create energy. And when your hands are warm enough, gently place your fingers at your hairline, the base of your palm, between your cheeks and the lower part of the orbital bone. Enjoy the warmth. Enjoy the feeling. And thank you for joining me. I hope that your eyes feel open wide and rested. See you next time.